All right. December 2025 self-improvement update. First up, fitness. I was really consistent the first two-thirds of the month, right before the holidays struck, and then not so much after that. That wasn't just because holiday stuff, it was also weather related, because I didn't have access to a gym when I was over at my family's place, and then it was also raining a bunch, so I couldn't surf as much as I wanted to, because the way it works over there is when it rains, some of the like not sewage, but like the storm drains empty out into the ocean. So they're like, hey, don't go in the ocean for the next like 48 hours or whatever. So it rained off and on again, so didn't surf that much. Did surf some though. It was pretty fun. Um, my diet did get worse during the holidays. I ended up gaining 5 pounds. Went up from 175 to 180. That no, I've hit 180 before, but anyway, that's whatever. That happened. I also stayed up a little bit later. I was at my parents' place. Yeah, so I mean, part of that was for New Year's and all that, but that's like kind of one-off stuff that's not really happening all that much anymore. So my action items for January to get back in the gym, get back to normal with diet stuff, and then sleep habits return to normal, which we're on track for that. So that's looking good. Music wise, lots of improvement has occurred here. So songwriting, I've been practicing a couple of sloppy sections that I've got for the first song for the Heritage album, and then I've been lyric writing pretty consistently, 30 minutes a day. Didn't hit every day, but I'm getting really consistent with it, and that's what matters, right? Seeing improvement. As far as my band goes, we got all the music done for our EP. So, which means I also finished writing my solo, and we now have to just write lyrics. So that's pretty cool. Finally got the music stuff done. I was pretty consistent with riff writing as well. Um, it'll be stuff that I can eventually use. I have like a huge backlog of rhythm guitar stuff that I need to sort through. Like I made a new document for 2026. I need to go back and look at my 2025 one to see how many riffs I've got because it's like there's good ones in there, but then there's also like some so I gotta sort through them and figure that out. Let's see. Fretboard knowledge. So for fretboard knowledge, I was doing a lot of pentatonic stuff. Primarily, I started out doing just E minor, but then I realized, hey, I should probably like do other stuff. So I started using Elevated Jam Tracks, that YouTube channel, going there and just like choosing a different one each day, and then figuring out just whatever scale to use there. And then once I got comfortable with pentatonic shapes, which I'm like pretty comfortable with them now, so I started adding in the second and the sixth when appropriate. So that's been cool. Yeah, for improv, yeah, I was using a lot of pentatonics for like the most of the month, but again, started adding in the natural minor sound. Technique wise, I've been working on alternate picking still. Also, I started working more on some legato and like shred stuff to improve technique. Because I had this conversation with my other guitarist in my band was that like I want to the reason I don't shred in my solos is not because I choose not to, it's because I can't, and I'd rather have the option to do it and choose not to rather than just not be able to do it, you know? So, yeah, that's why part of why I'm working on that. Also, it's like there's a bunch of uh, solos that I want to learn and that like have shreddy stuff in them, so I just need to like up my technique really. That's what it boils down to. Um, Yeah, I practiced with the metronome. I missed a day here and there with the metronome, but like I was pretty consistent with that as well. Again, got to make progress, right? Not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than nothing. Because it was really just like a handful of days for like various reasons, like travel, things like that. Let's see, focus practice. Yeah, again, tightening up those like sections on heritage stuff, and then also for uh, the band stuff, ear training. I for ear training, I don't know if this really like really counts necessarily, because it's like a separate item on my habit tracker anyway. I've been purposely trying to listen to a song that I'm unfamiliar with each day, just to like maybe I'll hear something new. That's been going pretty well. I'd say been pretty consistent with that. Yeah. This is new though. Vocals. I actually practice vocals consistently for the month of December. Um, I guess we'll get into mistakes here. The only mistake that I really have was related to vocals. Was that there were some days I did not warm up, and that just totally messed me up. So I'd like cut my practice short because I didn't want to hurt myself. So yeah, I've started doing a 5 minute vocal warm up that I found on YouTube. It's one that people I guess use for karaoke, but like it works, and that has helped me just like get into doing vocals without hurting myself. I'm able to like relax a lot more, so that's cool. Um, Action items for fretboard knowledge. I'm changing this. I'm taking pentatonics off fretboard knowledge stuff because like I'm fairly comfortable with that, and granted I can do like the different boxes and all that stuff, and I don't know all that many licks, but at the same time I kind of need to like expand my horizons more. It seems like what I've been doing this month. I'm just gonna put bebop scales because I'm working on some improv stuff, just lead playing in general. Uh, which yeah, for improv I'm working on Spain again because while it was cool listening to different jam tracks and like that forced me to like play in different areas of the neck and all that stuff, I think it would be cool to like actually learn, like really learn a tune that I really like. It's my favorite jazz standard. So yeah, working on that, slow but steady. Um, yeah, alternate picking and shred stuff is what I'll be doing for technique. Shred slash legato. That kind of I'll put shred slash legato because those are kind of that's more accurate to what I'm doing. Focus practice. Again, just working on stuff for my various projects, my two projects. Ear training. I'm not really transcribing anything, and also I'm trying to listen closer to what I'm playing, especially for improv, so I can like do better. I can write better phrases. So yeah, and then action items for vocals is to warm up before practicing, which yeah, pretty straightforward. Overall, a very good month musically. Let's go move on to this self improvement stuff in general. I don't really have anything like progress wise. I was doing a good job journaling, visualizing, or doing visualizations slash meditating. That was good. Uh, say my main area to improve, well, two areas, I guess, is that I haven't been reading as much, which I don't think I necessarily need to be, because like I'm at the point where I need to like focus my creative outputs into things, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a priority at the moment, if that makes sense. I do need to get back into reading The Hero with a Thousand Faces at some point because I just need to, which I've been seeing it the past couple months. And also, I want to get back into The Crossing, which I have right here on my desk. So, yeah, The Crossing by Cormac McCarthy. That's that. And then I guess the other item I have here is that I realized that I was watching a lot of YouTube while I was eating, and then that would end up bleeding into like whatever afterwards. So like let's say I plan on practicing afterwards, I would just like end up watching one video would turn into like another 15-20 minutes of doing some random crap, and then or even longer. So that would like also mess with my focus. So something that I added for to my habit tracker is to remove screen time during meals, so that way I can just like pivot from that into doing something that's actually useful. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Pretty decent end of the year. Looking forward to seeing what 2026 has. Off to a strong start already. So Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.